Every single bolt, wheel, brake component, and coach fitting on an Indian railway train has gone through one of the toughest approval journeys in Indian manufacturing. It is not one time inspection, it is not a single certificate. It's a multi year journey called RDSO approval. And today, we are breaking it down exactly how a company goes from a first time applicant to a trusted regular supplier of Indian Railways. Hi, my name is Shatadal Dash, and welcome back to Search Pulse. RDSO, the Research, Designs and Standards Organization, is the technical arm of the Ministry of Railways. It's the body responsible for research, design, and standardization of everything that runs on Indian Railways tracks. And if you are a manufacturer who wants to supply products to one of the largest rail networks in the world, RDSO approval isn't optional. It's the gate you have to pass through. So let's walk through the 10 stages of this journey one by one. Stage 1 and 2, registration and registration approval. It starts with the registration. The supplier submits an application along with the technical information and supporting documents. Things like company registration details, manufacturing credentials, and product specifications. Since December 2010, this entire process has moved online. No paper applications are accepted anymore. RDSO then reviews these documents. If everything checks out, the supplier receives registration approval, clearing them to move to the next and more demanding stage. Stage 3 and 4, CCA audit and CCA approval. This is where things get serious. The Capability and Capacity Assessment, or CCA audit. The RDSO officers don't just review paperwork here, they physically visit the manufacturer's premises, they assess the infrastructure, the production process, the quality management systems, in house testing facilities, and the overall manufacturing capability of the firm. If any non-conformity is found during this stage, the case can be closed on the spot. The firm can reapply, but only within 6 months and only once as an exception. And a fresh application after that comes with a partial re-registration fee. If the firm clears the audit, it receives CCA approval, allowing it to move into actual product development and evaluation, typically with an initial development status valid for around 24 months. Stage 5 and Stage 6, acceptance test and type test of prototype. The acceptance test of prototype verifies that the prototype construction, functionality, and overall compliance match what was proposed on paper. It's the first real checkpoint of, does this actually work the way you want it? Next comes the type test, a far more rigorous round of prescribed technical and environmental testing. This is where the prototype is pushed through conditions simulating real operational stress like vibration, temperature extremes, load bearing capacity, and performance against the exact technical specification RDSO has laid down for that category of product. Only a prototype that survives both these tests is allowed to move forward. Stage 7, Field Trial. This is the moment the product leaves the lab and enters the real world. In the field trial stage, the product is deployed on actual railway routes under real operating conditions like real weather, real vibration, real duty cycles, real wear and tear. RDSO typically recommends this happen through a small development order. often just 5 to 10% of what a regular order would look like, placed within a willing zonal railway under enhanced quality supervision. This is the stage that separates products that merely work in theory from products that are genuinely railway ready. Stage 8 and 9, developmental supplier and performance approval. Once the field trials succeed, the supplier is approved as a developmental supplier, officially listed as a vendor eligible for developmental orders. But RDSO doesn't stop watching here. Over an extended period, the product's actual in service performance is continuously monitored. How it holds up, how consistent the quality is, whether defect emerge over time. This is the performance approval stage, and it is designed to build real, evidence based confidence in reliability before any large scale procurement happens. Even after approval, RDSO's quality assurance teams continue conducting periodic audits and inspection of the vendor's premises because railway safety doesn't tolerate a one time pass. Stage 10, regular supplier. After all of these successful audits, successful prototype tests, successful field trials, and sustained performance in the actual service, the supplier finally earns regular supplier status. At this point, the company is listed in RDSO's approved vendor directory and become eligible to bid and supply at full production scale to Indian Railways. And here's the thing, this status isn't permanent by default either. Registrations typically need renewal every couple of years, and vendors are expected to keep participating and performing to retain their place on that list. So why does RDSO makes this journey so long and so demanding? Because in railway engineering, a product isn't proven simply because it works once. A wheel, a brake fitting, or a signaling component has to work reliably, consistently, and safely, trip after trip, year after year, under conditions that can't always be predicted in a lab. For manufacturers, RDSO approval is far more than a paperwork or a certificate on a wall. It's a journey of engineering discipline, continuous quality improvements, rigorous testing, and a long term accountability. And ultimately, the objective behind all 10 stages is simple: build products that Indian Railways and the millions of passengers who depend on it can trust today and throughout their service life. The next time you step onto a train in India, remember the wheels beneath you, the brakes that stop you safely, the fittings holding the coach together. Every one of them likely passed through this exact 10-stage journey before it was ever allowed near the tracks. That's the invisible discipline behind one of the most safest, most complex railway networks on the planet. If you found this breakdown useful, hit that like button, drop a comment telling us which stage surprised you the most. Share this video with someone in the manufacturing or railway industry, and don't forget to subscribe to Search Pulse so you never miss our next deep dive. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.